Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine Live. I am coming to you from the road. We are in the middle of our move across the country, and I wanted to share my virtual crop sketches with you all. This time for sketch number 2 from the June 2024 virtual crop. This is sketch number 2, and I'm going to be working with the Full of Wonder collection. Here we go. And I'm going to apologize because I know on my community tab, this collection had the highest number of votes from you all. And I put together my sketch. And then when I was done with it, I was like, this just doesn't make sense as a 2-page sketch. So I am going to do my best to film a sketch with me from the road here using the Full of Wonder collection. I always try to do a sketch with the new collection for you all, and I will do my best to get that filmed hopefully in the next couple weeks. Timeline is going to be interesting, but you should see another Full of Wonder interpretation coming your way hopefully before the end of the month. How's about that? I will do my best. All right, so here is our sketch. Here are my mats. I am using three of our 4.5 by 6.5 inch mats, and I did cut one in half. So you're gonna see that coming up. And I did cut the 4 12-inch by 3-inch strips because with this collection, it just really worked and it turned out beautifully. I was actually really happy with it. Now, you might be wondering, how are we going to hold these 4 12-inch by 3-inch pieces together? I have one of our index sheets from a previous collection that I've saved. Essentially, it's a free piece of cardstock. You can use these to work on. So don't throw them away. Save them, friends. And I have I'm just going to do one at a time because this surface is not the easiest surface to work from. We have the light blue on the back of our strip that's going to go on the bottom of our page. And I do kind of have the larger part of the purple going towards the bottom of the page here. And here we go. Trying to keep myself on camera. It's kind of far from where I'm actually sitting. Green is the back for the second piece here. And if you all would, definitely comment and let me know how the video and sound quality are coming through on the videos going out today. I would appreciate it. This one goes this way. Or did it go this way? I need to double check now that I have these up here. I want to make sure I get them in the order that I wanted them in. Here we go. That was that way. This one is this way. This needs to go this way. And make sure that is the direction I want it with the other ones, because I do actually put some thought into the way I want my ink swirls going through the page. They are 4 different pages, but you do also want to put some thought and have them flow so it looks like they're meant to be flowing together as a single page, although we know that they're not because we do have different colors coming through. And my tape runner, of course, just ran out, but I am ready for that, and we will be back in business here in just a moment. If you've never changed one of our tape runners, I will have a video of that coming up at some point showing all of our adhesives, how to change them and how to work with them. Part of my Tuesday series that I've been doing on my What is Scrapbooking. Here we go. And now this top piece has the woven pink look on the back of it. Whoops. I always forget the tape runner flows a little bit quicker at the beginning than when you get towards the end of it. And it's catching on my nail polish there. My daughter did such a great job putting polish on my nails. Before we moved, I asked her for a summer sunset, and I just have to show them off a minute there. We got a little bit of sparkle going on. Okay, I have this embellishment up here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on if I can actually lift it up off the table. Like I said, this surface is, I'm already missing my desk. I'm going to go ahead and this is our Epic Adventures. I figured, you know what? I'm going to probably have some photos from our move across the country. And yeah, these are my adventures. So I want to use this Epic Adventures at the top. And I kind of do want it centered here. I am looking to see what looks right using my 0 centering ruler here. And it looks like I'm going to have about 1 3/4 off the end of each center here. And I'm going to line up that little piece of tape that's coming off the top of the Epic Adventures with the top of my page up here. So there's that. And then here are my mats. Again, it's just a challenge to pick things up here. All right. As you can see, I took this blue banner mat and cut it in half. So we're going to have half of it down here with this pink mat. These are the 4.5 by 6.5 mats. So this is 4.5 by 3.25. And then we're going to have these other two here, and we're essentially creating a square. And I don't know, maybe it's because I did do the square on the layout before this one, that I just had squares on the brain or what. But like I said, it just came together, and I think it looks, like I said, if you're intentional with how you're putting your strips, it all looks intentional now that we're getting these mats on as well. And these are going to create a square in the middle one. So I get my spacing here of where I want them. These I think I'm just going to eyeball. Let's go ahead and flip them over. So this pink mat has green on the back of it. The blue banner one has green on the back of it, and the green one has navy on the back of it. Let's go ahead and add some tape, and here we go. Okay, so we roughly have this one coming down from here. Let's check and see how that looks. I kind of didn't want it exactly lined up with that seam. So we're going to bring that down just a hair. So it's a little bit below the 6-inch mark, because remember we had 3-inch strips coming down. And so that's where I am aiming to go, a little bit below here. Lining these two up. I'm eyeballing the edges here. I don't know if I dare pull out my 0 centering ruler again, and I just knocked that one. That's no fun. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for it and press these down, and let's hope I've got my spacing where I really do want it. And you know what? If it's not perfect, it's okay. It is my scrapbook page that's going to go probably into my personal scrapbook, and I'm okay with it being just human, a little bit slightly off here and there. Still think it looks pretty. Okay, so now I have a couple of butterflies from our embellishment pack, along with our in the moment words. So our butterfly that has the pinks and I don't know, there's a little bit of orange and navy in it, is going towards the top. And this one has the blue and the green. That's going to be towards the bottom of our page. I also did pull out one of my brush pens, because if you've seen my brush pen video where I tried out all the brush pens and I did use navy cardstock, you would know that the clear showed up the best on those darker colors. So I pulled out the clear so that way I knew it would show up nicely on my butterfly here. I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on my in the moment and on my black butterfly here. Oops, I'm losing my page again, aren't I? Okay, here we go. So this one is going to go underneath my in the moment because I just found it worked a little bit easier. I'm okay with it. It's kind of going into this three-way seam here between the blue, the green, and the pink is where my butterfly is going to be. And I have it going the opposite direction from my other two butterflies here. And I did think about putting foam squares on those other two butterflies, and I forgot, so it's okay. Leave them without the foam squares. Because these are the 4.5 by 6.5 mats, you will still be able to fit your 4 by 6 photo on there, no problem. Now, you can easily fit a photo here or here. I actually probably will put a photo here. I'll put a photo here on the large mat as well, but I will probably journal up here on this one. Or I might find two photos that I can make smaller or even cut one in half to use in these two spaces. And then I can journal up here in this lighter pink area or on these edges along the white here from our India ink papers. So you can see where it kind of does work. I'm going to give my pen a little bit of a shake. If you remember in the video, the Creative Memories is on one end, the push is on the other. We don't push ever after we get our pen started. We just give it a little shake. And then I am going to get it going here with my highlighting my wings of my butterfly. And I will hold this closer to the camera for you all once I'm done, just adding a little bit quickly here. It is flowing nicely for me. Like I said, a little shake is all it takes. I do love these pens. They are beautiful and easy to use. And adding this little bit of shimmer to our black is gonna really just kind of highlight and add to the alcohol ink effect that we have going through our page as well. It adds that extra little swirly, what is that, to our page. I'm going to add a little bit extra here, a little bit extra along this top highlight arc. And I think that's it. Done with my pen and done with our sketch interpretation. Here we are. What do y'all think? You can definitely see the shimmer on that butterfly now compared to the in the moment here. That was the same black that was on the butterfly just a moment ago. So there we go. Let me all know what you think in the comments, how you like the sketch. You can definitely leave me a thumbs up as well. YouTube loves any interaction with our channels. And then I did add the movement of the butterflies. The top two are going one direction and the other one is going the other. So that does help draw your eye through those photos that we're going to be putting on the page as well. And here is the sketch again that inspired it all. Again, I had the 4 strips, and then I just took this section, and instead of doing the 4x4 photos, I put the 2 larger photos, and I'm considering the 2 smaller photos, journaling outside, but you know, I do like to use the larger photos. So that's it for sketch number 2. Until next time.